Joe Rogan seems to be showing inklings of coming around a little bit. He's come around politically.
Yeah, but he'll jump back.
Yeah, he might come around spiritually. I think we're probably moving a little faster than he really is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's just kicking the tires.
He did admit that he's been going to church.
Yes, he has.
To his big time lib buddies, and that can be a hard step for you. You know, if you've lived in liberal atheist, cool world, cool comedian world, admitting that you are going to a church regularly with your family, that can be a big step, big social step. And he did admit that. They gave him a little bit of grief. And he said, "Man, they're just people trying to be better people. They're just nice people trying to be better people. That's all I've seen so far." And he's taken a break from drinking as well. So that you never know.
No, you don't. And by the way, look, I'm sitting here. I'm an example of it. I mean, if you're willing to be transformed, the power to be transformed and the process of continuing to be transformed is available to you in the person of Christ and in the power of the Holy Spirit. No question. You just have to go, and you're right about what you just said. What I respect about a person like Joe Rogan, it looks like he finally came to the conclusion, which we've always been saying, if you want to get to the bottom of the truth of everything, why are you not pursuing this? Go investigate it. Wow. We do believe by faith, but our faith is also based on a huge body of evidence, and I've watched him interview people, and he's considering the evidence. There's no doubt he is.
Yeah.
Because it is there.
Right.
And now you're never going to get down a road that at some point you're not going to run into faith. I mean, you're going to. But you can go gather all the information first, and apply that to your pursuit, which I think he's doing. So I respect that. And I talked to someone yesterday that I won't name, and they said what you just said. If you want to work, so he's gotten to the point now where it doesn't affect his work because he's got his own thing. He's no longer held hostage to, you better keep your mouth shut about your spiritual pursuits if you ever want to work in Hollywood again. And this person was telling me, when it comes to politics and when it comes to, your spiritual convictions, if you want to work in Hollywood, you're really better off just to keep your mouth shut, sadly.
Yeah.
And not really come down, unless you're going to come down on the left, then you're allowed to do that. Mm-hmm. But if you're conservative or you're a Christian, if you want to keep working, I mean, in Hollywood, he said you just have to kind of keep your mouth shut.
And I quoted Joe saying, from what he sees, they're just people trying to be better people. Somebody commented, Jesus doesn't make people better, he makes people whole. I totally agree.
No, that's right.
I was quoting
him.
Joe Rogan's kind of elementary view of what Christianity was. Mm-hmm. I wasn't saying that's what Christianity is.
No, right. What he was, be careful before you jump on the home keys. What Adler was trying to point to, which we all need to understand, is that we think that people that know nothing about this, that they understand our phrases, they understand this language that we use, they have no idea. And what Adler's trying to point to you is a guy who's seeking, that's how he sees it now. Mm-hmm. That's all he was saying. And it's important to know that. Yeah. So you can correct that, as it goes forward. But if he starts out that way, whatever.
That's great.
Come on in, sit
Absolutely.
down, and we'll walk with you. And as time comes along, we'll answer your questions, and we'll even correct that point of view. Really, as the person pointed out, really, we're all a bunch of beggars just trying to show you where the bread is. Mm-hmm. We'll be back.
This is the Rick Burgess Show.